We make a choice every day
to push harder,
to dream bigger,
to go beyond limits.
We balance lectures and late nights,
exams and extra training,
setbacks
and comebacks.
Because this is more than a university.
This is who we are.
Fueled by ambition,
United by belonging,
Driven by belief. The roar of the crowd,
The silence before the start.
in the shadow of those before us.
and the light of us to come.
Feeling when everything you've worked for
comes down to this moment. This is where sport and well-being unleash something greater.
Where you grow into someone who can shape not just your world, but our world.
The world.
this is more than sport.
more than university.
Edinburgh.
Be more.
Welcome everybody, we are here for the first final session of the Edinburgh International Swim Meet. It's session 3, we had heats this morning and this afternoon, but we are finals all the way tonight. My name is Paul Noble, we're taking you through the action this evening and I'm joined in the commentary position, delighted to be joined by Stephen Tigg, Aquatics GB head coach.
Thank you. Good to be here and looking forward to some exciting racing tonight.
Yeah, some big names we're looking forward to tonight. We've got a big night of action. We have got the fastest heat of the 1500 freestyle to start us off, and you can see all the finals we've got in prospect after that. We will have a youth final, a B final and a super final for the top 8 swimmers qualifying from the heats this morning and this afternoon. So some big names here, Stephen, for us to look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of competition in the majority of the events tonight. There's some real good depth in the women's 200 fly, men's 100 back in particular, followed up by the men's 200 freestyle to get us going, and looking forward to kicking off as well with this 1500 for men, and some young talent in there as well as some more established university athletes.
And of course, we're around about a month away from the trials, the GB Championships, which form the trials for like Commonwealth Games for England and Scotland. So there'll be various stages of preparation for that, do you think?
Yeah, it's an interesting point in the season, and I do remember this competition well. You're probably pretty deep into your accumulative load, and fatigue can play a part, so the athletes will be just here really to practice processes, refine their skills, and not read too much into their times. That will be really important for them as well, because they've got another 4 or 5 weeks now of some quality work and then rest before they need to be swimming the fastest point in the cycle.
It should be exciting, the build up to those GB Championships, that's for sure. But of course, Commonwealth Games is not a British team, is it? What's your involvement in the games?
Obviously, we've got a lot of interest with the athletes who are going to be in attendance. It's a really good opportunity to give more swimmers the chance to perform at an international meet via the home nations, and there's going to be a lot of racing going on and a good competition. 10 days after that, we'll attend the European long course, and that'll be one of our benchmark meets in the summer, because obviously we want it to be the athletes to go to the Commonwealth Games and swim as fast as they can, and it's important. So I will be there, but more in a spectator capacity, which will be quite enjoyable.
You've been heavily involved maybe for like the last kind of decade or so, haven't you?
Yeah, I have, and I've been really fortunate to attend 3 Commonwealth Games. I was in Birmingham the last time with Team Scotland, and it was always a really good fun event, and there's a lot of friendly rivalry with the other home nations and coaches, so it should back in Glasgow will be exceptional. I remember 2014 really well. So.
Is that your first games, first Commonwealth?
I wasn't on the staff, but I did. We had athletes on the team, and I remember being in the stands and enjoying the Glasgow itself at that point. So
yeah, it's great to be back in Glasgow, and here are the finalists for I say the finalists, it's the swimmers in the fastest heat. Now this is the only event that we have not seen the swimmers this morning swim in the heats. It's the fastest heat, so the 8 fastest times, entry times for the 1500 freestyle male and open, and they'll come out. Luke Hornsey, fastest in terms of entry time in 15:22. He's only half a second ahead of Sean McCann though.
Yeah, this will be an interesting one. Both these boys are trying to put themselves in contention for the Scottish Commonwealth Games team. They both train at Loughborough together. I'm aware that they were on an altitude camp not so long ago, and they had a good battle at Bucks as well.
Final swimmers making their way out. Joshua Keogh completes the lineup for Team England. And Team England have got a good squad. There are about 30 swimmers come up under the banner of Team England. Yeah,
they've got one of their younger development squads up here, and it's great that there's the opportunity to do these types of exercises domestically. It's a great competition, and I know I was speaking to one of their coaches. I think they've got about 36 athletes
36,
here.
Is it? No, it should be good. See these Team England youngsters perform over the next 3 days. We have big Loughborough presence in the centre of the pool though. Luke Hornsey, Sean McCann, Luke McGee, all Loughborough University, and Harry Wynne-Jones, also Loughborough University. The only person in the centre of the pool, Makar Yakno from Portsmouth, North Sea, the 16-year-old youngest in this field, the Ukrainian.
Very talented swimmer. He's exceptional at the short course championships at the end of the year. I know Luke Hornsey swam the 200 freestyle this morning and wasn't far off his best time, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes in the longer event.
Yeah, we saw Luke Hornsey, and I think he was in the outside lane in that 200 free, wasn't he? And did a good job in that 200 this morning.
Still on the start list for the Final, is it? B final? Yeah, he's still
Yeah,
down to
something.
swim in about 35 minutes after this. So
Well, he's gone off pretty fast anyway. Makar Yatmo in second, Luke Hornsey in first position. At that very early stage, Thomas Trebilcock, Swansea University swimmer, in lane number 7, getting the touch for third. And as we look at the picture here, it's going to be the same for all the events today. Lane 1 right at the bottom of your screen, lane 8 at the top. Those 2 yellow marked lanes in the middle, lane 4 closest to us and lane 5 furthest away. And fastest qualifiers when we get into those finals later on in the session will be fastest qualifiers will be in 4 and they'll work their way out towards the end for the slowest qualifiers. But good start for Luke Hornsey.
yeah, I think he's a pretty brave swimmer. He tends to attack his swims well, and it's a pretty similar pattern to what I remember happened at Bucks with Sean McCann. Was quite steady through the first part of the race and came back really, really strong.
And Luke Hornsey, it seemed to be one, he's been around for a while, Luke Hornsey, but he had almost like a little bit of a spurt in form last year. I think I remember I saw him some really good personal best times.
Yeah, he's
1500.
1500, 800, 400. He's got a really good range, and technically he's very, very good to watch as well. It'll be interesting to see where he goes long term. It might set around about the 400 and the 800, but to have the range that he's got and continue to do it is excellent. He's settled about 30-point mids so far.
Yeah, it's quite good in having these splits in the certainly in the longer distance.
Yeah.
You see the splits there.
Doesn't test your maths quite
No,
as much
no.
as it used to, though.
See who's making progress and if the lead's been extended. And Luke Hornsey's certainly looking good at the moment. Sean McCann, second favourite in this one. He's down at this stage, but long way to go.
Yeah, absolutely, and it tends to be a really evenly paced event as well, particularly at the senior level. So round about wherever they are at 500, times it by 3, you'd expect them to be pretty close to that sort of margin.
And we probably saw a few different tactics this morning and this afternoon in the heat. Some people pushing on in the second half of the races, maybe trying to do their negative splits.
Yeah.
But the top guys will know what they're doing.
Yes, it is an interesting one. It's a great event to watch. I've seen some fantastic 1500 metre races, and there's a lot of the guys who can come back really, really fast. I think I remember a few World Championships ago, Paltrinieri on the outside line decided just to take it on and attack it and break the field, and he was able to do that really, really well, and I think he ended up winning that one. So
yeah, we've had some good contests in the 1500s over the years. I remember commentating on a dead heat once. Swim for 15 and a half minutes and
go for a swim off.
Yeah, back, do it all over again. But Luke Hornsey looking good in the early stages here, coming down to the 400. The entry time, Stephen, just over the 15-minute mark, and obviously those are times that have been set in previous big events.
Yeah, these
expect them to be there or thereabouts, maybe slightly slower than that.
Maybe a little bit slower, but it always depends. I think Luke was around about the 15:30 mark a month ago. So I don't know what type of work he's been doing since then, but I'm sure come champs he'll be trying to get down under that 15:20 mark.
It's kind of few kind of personal battles going on around the pool there. At the moment, Makar Yatmo and Harry Wynne-Jones side by side. Did you see the lane markers there? 21 lengths to go for these swimmers, so still a long way, but Luke Hornsey, well, you just see it there, 31.3. There's no one in the pool that's faster, so he's stretching away from the others, and the chasing two side by side, almost stroke for stroke there.
Yeah, Harry Wynne-Jones has started to rep a little bit faster than Mako, around about where Luke is splitting now. So this will be the 500 metre mark, and could be close to his 15:22. It depends how he's paced it.
Yeah, well,
1-1 as well.
Yeah, pretty decent. We need a calculator now to calculate that. We were trying to do it this afternoon in the heats
Should
this
be about
afternoon.
15, 16 if he even paces it. Like he was out pretty quick. He was out in 57 points. So you got to add on maybe around about the 15:25 mark.
So Luke Hornsey, has he recently moved down to Loughborough? Is that a recent move for Luke Hornsey?
I think he moved down at the start of the season, and the attraction was probably the distance group that are around him and training partners, and Andy Manley's got a lot of experience in the distance events, so and it's good to see the athletes be willing to make choices and go and swim in different places as well. So.
And of course Stirling is, as you know, Stirling pretty well. They've got a great group of swimmers now, haven't they? They've attracted some real big names there.
Yeah, there was a lot of changes after the Paris Olympics, and people wanted to freshen up for the next cycle. And Stirling had picked up obviously Tom Dean and Frey Anderson to add to the swimmers they already had. So there's some really strong training groups throughout the UK, and it's great for the country to be able to retain the best athletes under our coaches, who are, in my opinion, the best in the world. So. And
there's also a big group in Manchester now, a nice quality group there that's forming there.
New centre, and that's an integrated centre as well, along with Para. So it's a big group of athletes, about 20 in total. And again, it's a good city. It's an attractive centre, along with the other places that you can go.
So we're coming down to 700 mark. We'll be at the halfway point when we get to this top end for the next time. Let's have a look there. Still doing well. 31 point all the way through for Luke Hornsey here. This is a great display in the early stages here. Come up to the halfway point, as I said, when we get to this point in second place. It is Harry Wynne-Jones, just stretching ahead of Makar Yakno now, the Ukrainian from Portsmouth North Sea, and also going well over on that far side. Thomas Treblecoat from Swansea University over there in lane number 7, so he's challenging for those top 3 spots here. But 31.2 for Luke Hornsey, 7.41 at the halfway point. So what that is, 15.22.
If he can keep this going, I think he might be around about the 15.25, 26 mark. Probably going about 5.10 for his 500 metre splits here. Just needs to maintain concentration through this point in the race. This is a tough race.
Yeah, this middle part of the 1500, he's improved that split there, 30.88. We just saw him slip maybe around about a tenth on that previous 50. He's back under the 31 now.
I don't know if his coach is over at the far side waving him, but it seems to be every time he goes towards the start-finish end, he's a little bit quicker, but we'll see.
It's downhill, that's what it is.
Maybe.
That's what it is. Yeah. We saw that with some of the swimmers this afternoon. Tony and I were having a joke about it on the live stream, that because they were side by side, and the time where they were looking at each other, they both seemed to go faster. Yeah, and it's actually an important point, and you know that when you have athletes who are single-sided breathers, that they need to be aware of what's going on all around them, and there is that little bit of adrenalization that can happen when you see something and you respond to it. So they just have to be more conscious on the side that they can't see what's going on. Well, let's see what Luke Hornsey can do here. He's around about the 31 point, either just above or just below. Again, 31.3. Slipped by maybe about a tenth or so. Not too bad, close to a 63 split there. Yeah, these all add up, these little tenths, don't they? Especially on a 1500. Yeah, they do. They make a big difference, and especially now because it's so competitive and there's so much depth that a tenth here and there can be the difference between a gold medal and 5th place. So. And that's in a lot of events. But Luke Hornsey, it looks like he might have top spots sewn up here. We're coming down to the 1,000 metre mark at the bottom end, so we have two-third stage. He's maybe just lost a little bit of distance per stroke. You can see he's now starting to double breathe into the walls, so he's probably just, his approaches have been affected a little bit. So 1,000 metres when he gets to this bottom end. Harry Wynne-Jones has swum this really well. He's actually closing very slightly on Luke Hornsey, but there's a big gap now, so it'll be a big change around if Harry Wynne-Jones can pull up this gap. But he was a little bit faster that previous 50. Let's see where he is now. No, slightly slower this time. Commentator's curse.
Yes, it must be a current. The race is very, very spread out. It's going to be difficult for the boys to really know what's going on and get a race as well. And that's where Luke's doing a lot of the work on his own here. The top three have separated themselves a little bit.
Let's see what his split is. This one, 31.4. Thereabouts, maybe again 2 or 3 tenths slower than he was in the early part of the race, but Harry Wynne-Jones has just closed on by a couple of tenths there, but the gap is going to be big enough, I think, for Luke Hornsey to take this one comfortably. But Harry Wynne-Jones clear in second. Thomas Trebilcoe still clear in third position over there in lane number 7. That's your top three, you can see in the picture at the moment. And Makar Yakno trying to get back on terms. Luke McGee also going well there, just on the top of those yellow marked lanes as they come down. But Luke Hornsey is looking incredibly good. Well done to Luke for this swim so far. Harry Wynne-Jones looking like he's comfortable in second position, but let's hope Luke Hornsey can post a good time here. It'll be a good confidence booster on the way to these champs in London.
15:30 is an excellent swim for Luke. And I know these guys do a lot of high volume training in Loughborough, so they should rest well. Obviously Swansea up the top, another renowned distance programme. It's Dan Jervis's old stomping ground.
I was with Dan a couple of weeks ago at the Welsh Parameet. And there he came and helped out in a session, but he's going to the British Championships. He did a good job last year, and he was out in the Worlds for Singapore with the GB team doing some media work. So
excellent media stuff. Dan, I think he made a TV appearance the other night as well, from what I hear. But
it's a media man these days, Dan Jervis. But he's actually the Edinburgh International meet record holder here, Dan Jervis, just under the 15-minute mark. So you might be tuning in here to see how the competitors are going to do. It's not going to be a meet record this time for Luke Hornsey, but let's hope that he can continue this good run. 12:50, so it'll be 200 to go when he gets down to the bottom end. It's in the 31 range.
Yeah, he's 31 range. It's hard. This is a tough part of the race. This will be hurting. He just needs to keep it honest and just hold his rhythm. And he's obviously a 6-beat kicker as well. It's interesting when you see the difference between Harry and Luke with the legs in particular. Harry's brought them in a little bit more in the last few hundred metres.
You use a lot of energy in your legs as well, don't you, over that 1500. So it's interesting to see the techniques. But Luke Hornsey, 31.55. It's been round about that 31.5 for the second half of this 1500. Still looking pretty good, still going well.
He still looks big in the water as well. He's holding his rhythm. He's trying to be his best to hold on to his stroke length as well.
So 3 lengths to go.
He's going to be close to that 15:30. He might just slip over the 15:30 mark.
Yeah, we'll see if he can what he can get over this last 150 or so. The swimmers often get a boost when they hear the bell, and they will do at the bottom end.
I see there's a bell in the 400 now as well.
There is, just recently introduced.
I'd be a bit surprised if anybody miscounted long course on a 400. Short course, excellent. I've seen it a lot, but
there is the bell. 31.0. He's picked it up slightly there.
Just got a 60-point low here.
Yeah, he's given himself a good chance of dipping under that 15:30 here. Let's see what he can do here for this last 100. Harry Wynne-Jones clear in second position, and Thomas Trebilcoe clear in third. There are no medals at these championships, just the titles that the swimmers will get, and top swimmers in terms of FINA points will earn some cash later on in the week, so that's one to watch out for.
seconds.
So here he comes, Luke Hornsey.
Putting a sprint on now.
31.4. He's going to be around about that 15.30 or so, maybe just over, but we'll see. Let's hope we can dip under. That's the 15-metre mark with those marks on the lane ropes. And here he comes into the end.
It's a good last 50.
Great swim there from Luke Hornsey, bang on the 15.30 mark, 29.5 on that final 50. So well done to Luke. Harry Wynne-Jones will be in second place. Well done to him. 15.41 for Harry. And in third place, Thomas Trebilcoe. Another good finish there for him. And he did pick up a little bit on the second half of that one. So that will be the top 3 positions for this 1500. But hey, good swim from Luke, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's excellent. I can't remember off the top of my head what the qualification time is for the Scottish Commonwealth Games team, but he's within the ballpark, I would say, particularly with a little bit of rest and a final preparation of getting under that.
But it's of course it's just you have to do it in London, don't you, for that Scottish Commonwealth Games, and the English.
So. Yeah, and the European team as well. So there's a lot of selections going on at that meet. So it'll be an interesting time for the home nations and ourselves, and seeing where everybody ends up.
But the Welsh is slightly different, isn't it?
Yeah, the Welsh, I believe, have got their own separate qualification process. I think they've already had some of those already at the end of the year. Some of the athletes are pre-selected and have already achieved the time, so they know they'll be on the Commonwealth Games team. And I think Angharad Evans and Duncan Scott are already selected for the Scottish team, but they'll still have to turn up to London and qualify for the European team.
And just in this one, it's the junior final of the 100 backstroke. You saw the lineup there: Emma Woods, City of Leeds; Evelyn Halsey, Newcastle; Isabel Liptrot, Wigan Best; Kelly Choi, one of the Canadian visitors who performed really well today; Sierra Broadbelt from Mount Kelly; Cayman Island swimmer Sierra Broadbelt; Kiana Kurtzer, Warrender; Rhea Harron from Tadcaster; and Abigail McInerney from Inverclyde. So it's a lineup for this junior final. Do you know much about the selections for the likes of, because we've got the Channel Islands, the Isle of Man?
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm all over that, Stephen.
No, I'm not. I'm not aware of what the policies will be. And obviously, we've got young Philip as well, who's from Jersey,
exactly,
which is exciting. But that's the beauty of the Commonwealth Games. There's so many athletes can get an opportunity to race at it, and it's great for us as well from an aquatics GB perspective. I was up in Orkney for the Island Games when Philip Navaki was absolutely fantastic at the Island Games. Then he was interviewed and said, well, you've got European juniors and World Junior Championships last year, did you not tempted to give the Island Games a miss? And he said, no way, it's Jersey. Yeah, I remember that as well. With fantastic. With a few swimmers. It's a big event. It's a really big event. Yeah. So 2 lengths here for this 100 baht junior final. Fastest in was Kelly Choi from Canada, but only 0.1 ahead of Sierra Broadbelt from Mount Kelly, the Cayman Islands swimmer. And good start up there from Rhea Harron as well from Tadcaster. Some of these juniors, Stephen, will be hoping to make a little bit of progress. Yeah. I'm sure some of them will be looking and having their eyes on European Junior Championships that are in Munich this summer, and the strength and quality in the junior ranks at the minute is really, really exciting. Well, we've got Isabel Liptrop just leading them through here. We did see a new junior record set in the heats, and that's Madison Krieger of Canada, who goes in the A final. But this one is a really good battle here. Look at this. Yeah, very, very tight. Absolutely stroke for stroke here as they come into the finish. And it might well be lane number 4. Kelly Choi, is it? Yes, just 104.12. Isabel Liptrot was right there, as was Sierra Broadbelt. And that will be your top 3 in that junior final. And all 3 of the top swimmers, top 4 actually. Kiana Kurtzer dipping into the 104 range. So there's a lot of them faster than their heat swims this morning. That's what you like to see, is going faster in the final, and they obviously had to battle quite hard in the heats to make it. And there's the lineup for the B final.
swimmers who just missed out on a place in that super final. Katie Shanahan in one of the middle lanes. Maybe Katie might have hoped to make that A final.
Yeah, I know Katie just flew down from Flagstaff a couple of days ago. There'll be quite a lot of fatigue in there. I know she's had a little bit of an injury, so she's not too long back in the water. But I think, yeah, absolutely should have been looking to try and make the A final. Although she's got Mary Harris in there as well.
Yeah, two GB teammates, Commonwealth Games swimmers as well for their respective countries. And Katie Shanahan, well, I mean, it was almost a Commonwealth Games last time, wasn't it? She really kind of announced herself on the international stage, and she's just gone strength to strength, hasn't she?
She was a medalist in the 400 medley and a medalist in the 200 backstroke at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham. Fourth or fifth place at the Olympic Games and the World Championships in the 200 backstroke as well. So she's got a lot of experience now.
Yeah, she's been a fixture in the GB team in recent years, Katie Shanahan. Let's see what she can do. She went 102.80 in the qualification heats, just missing out on that A final. And we'll see what Katie can do. She's got a little bit of company there as they go into the turn.
Yeah, Mary Harris is a very, very accomplished backstroker. She's switched events a couple of years ago, and she's just looking to find her way back. But she has been as quick as 59.2 on this event.
And Shanahan does lead that 30.0. Rebecca Sutton just in at second position, only a tenth behind Mary Harris. Also going well in lane number 6, and might be those three just stretching ahead of the others here. Mary Harris in lane number 6, but maybe Katie Shanahan might just take this one as he comes into the flags. And yeah, it is a good second 50 for Katie Shanahan, taking her clear of the others in 101.59. Great swim from Katie.
It's a big improvement from this morning for Katie, and that's probably round about where she would want to be and expect to be at this point in this event. She's more favoured in the 200 backstroke. It's not got a huge amount of explosive speed, but she did win the British Championships in the 100 backstroke last year, I believe.
Yeah, Katie Shanahan was ahead of Lauren Cox at the British Championships last year, and Lauren Cox will go in this one as they'll announce the finals out for the super final, led out by Honey Osrin.
Another Olympic finalist is Honey Osrin.
Yeah. Mariran Valley, who set a junior record in qualification, held it for probably around about 5 minutes. Blythe Kinsman goes through Lauren Cox in there. There's the new junior record holder, Madison Krieger of Canada. Set that this morning. Grace Davison and Lottie Cullen, the two Irish swimmers, in 6 and 7. And Niamh Ward in the outside lane as well for Bath University.
It's great to see the Canadians over here, and having spoke to them, it's an event that they really value and they enjoyed last year, and they've sent some really strong young athletes over to this one, actually staying in the same hotel as the Aquatics GB crew.
It's quite a young team, isn't it? Is it a youth team for Canada?
Yes, I did say it was a younger team, more 200 focused down.
They swam really well this morning in the heats. They seem to be, these early morning swims, and the Canadians seem to be up for it.
They've been instructed, I believe, to just try their best to make the A finals, and it's the same principle you have to follow when you go to a big international meet. You need to be ready in the morning. You have to swim fast.
So Lauren Cox in the centre lane, the fast lane, in lane number 4, next to Madison Krieger of Canada. Madison, the new junior record holder, new meet junior record holder. Lauren Cox, we were talking about her this morning, almost kind of made her name as a sprinter, but the 100 backstroke for Lauren's been fantastic the last year or so.
Yeah, she's an excellent 50 backstroke swimmer. She's a World Championship medalist in 2023. 100's not so much her favoured event, but she's still got a huge amount of potential in it, and had an excellent lead-off leg at the World Championships where she set her best time. Blythe is similar, just prefer the 50. And again, young, fast improving.
And it's the two swimmers from Manchester Performance, Lauren Cox and Blythe Kinsman. And the new junior record holder, Madison Krieger, is right there in the mix as well. Madison in lane number 5 coming back, but Lauren Cox now beginning to just forge ahead here in this super final. And it could be Lauren Cox now. Maybe is going to take this one. Real strength in that second 50 there for Lauren Cox, and she'll be in 1 minute .49. Madison Krieger, another junior record for her, another meet record for Madison Krieger, and she improves that by 0.3 from her swim in the heats this morning.
Excellent swimming there. It was really good second 50 from Lauren as well. She just pulled away from the field in the last 20-15 metres. And consistently at that 60 mid to low territory at the minute. So it'll be interesting to see how she drops as we lead into the championships in London.
And Lottie Cullen came through for third as well. So a good swim from the Irish swimmer, 1 minute .38. Second improvement from the heat swim this morning for Lottie.
Yep.
And that's faster than her entry time as well for the Irish swimmer.
Very, very good short course specialist, I'm sure, Lottie.
So the male 100 metres backstroke. Start with the junior final. There is the lineup for your junior final of the male 100 backstroke. Xander Tovey from Millfield in that middle lane. Just 3 100s ahead of Harry Cook from Aberdeen Dolphins. Two 16-year-olds in the middle there, Stephen.
Yes, and I think some of these lads will have had the big Arena League final last Sunday as well, which is always a great fun event for these clubs, and back up racing again this week. So there they go.
Well, Charlie Phipps is the youngest in the field. He goes up there in lane number 7, one lane from the top. Just 15 years of age, the Millfield swimmer.
Yes, I think it's 15 at end of year, so he might only be 14.
Oh, we're only in March,
Yeah,
aren't we? So
yeah.
The chances are he might be. Come up to the turn now. Might go according to the seeding. Xander Tovey looking good, but Oliver Davis, Tootle, look at that. 28.01, he leads them from lane 2.
Come back around 30-point low mark, then they should be a bit quicker than their morning swims. Not sure on their best times, to be honest. Maybe a 57 for Xander Tovey before.
And is he going to come through in the centre lane? Oliver Davis Tootle is right in the mix here. It's going to be these two, I think. I mean, lane number 6 coming through very strongly as well. And it is Oliver Davis Tootle, Xander Tovey. Wow, my goodness. Well, we said it was going to be tight. It certainly was. Equal first there in that final 58.13 improvement from the heats. Joe Box came through really strongly at the end there for third.
Yeah, very good. There's a couple of sub 30 splits on that back end as well, which is excellent for these younger guys. We've seen some really tight finishes so far. So
yeah, great swim there in that junior final. Xander Tovey and Oliver Davis Tootle taking the honours, sharing the honours. There's a lineup for the B final. Finn Brookhoven from Loughborough leads the way into this B final. Next to him, Zach Speakman, University of Stirling. It's an experienced campaigner, Zach Speakman.
yes, he's been about a long time. He's Welsh, Zach, so you know from a time at Stirling.
Entry time for this B final. All swimmers within 0.7 of a second of each other from the heats this morning, so could be another tight contest here. Brookhoven and Speakman in 4 and 5. Even start there. Speakman maybe with the best underwater there, or possibly up there in lane 8. Scott Gibson.
Scottish record holder on the 50 backstroke, I believe.
Well, he's shown that speed in the early stages here. Can he hold on to that in 100? It's very close, isn't it? My goodness.
Tie 22, 27.55, 27.57.
Yeah, 5 100 separating the
Again,
top
it's
4
gonna be-
there as they go over.
You can come back the strongest here, particularly in that last 5-10 metres, and that's where when the race gets close.
There's Zach Speakman just going over. Zachariah Dale as well, right in there. Jack Knight going well. City of Cardiff down there in lane number 2. It is going to be very close at the finish. Also 3 coming through as well, and it is 2 and 3.
Yep.
As you said, Stephen, strong in that closing stages there.
Yeah, excellent closing speed there from those lads.
It was Jack Knight who took it. Toby Nakamura due in second position there. Zach Speakman in third, just 5 100s ahead of Finn Brookhoven. But 57.02 to take that one, edging closer to that 56 mark.
Yeah, good drops there from those boys, but just almost half a second from the heat swims.
A good final in prospect here.
This is an exciting one. I see that Matthew Ward has pulled out, so he's perhaps just saving himself for the 200 medley later in the session, but there's still some excellent quality in this field. Young Dean Fern there.
That's 18 years of age, Dean Fern.
Cam Brooker broke the British record in the 200 backstroke short course in December.
British record holder in this one is Oliver Morgan. He goes in lane number 4. Jack Skerry though was not too far behind him. Talk about experience, Luke Greenbank. Don't get much more experience than him.
Known Luke for a long time. He's an excellent professional athlete, and it's no surprise that he's still going, and he's still young.
This is the super final of the male and open 100 meters.
So Morgan, the British record holder, in that middle lane. Jack Skerry next to him.
Does have the ability to be out incredibly quick, Oliver Morgan. He's just spent 3 weeks at altitude as well with Jack Skerry and Luke Greenbank. So they'll know each other's recent training history incredibly well.
Well, they're all in a row and over that centre of the pool. Oliver Morgan, British record holders, had a great 2 or 3 years, hasn't he?
Yeah, incredible, and a lot of credit to Gary, his coaching at the University of Birmingham as well. He's came onto the scene late by some swimming standards, but his improvement rate's been astronomical. His ability to learn and his coachability are right up there.
And if he makes it, it'll be his first Commonwealth Games.
It's good.
Well, missed out on the last one.
Yeah. In his hometown of Birmingham as well.
Yeah.
It was. It's not his hometown. I think he's actually more that Manchester area, but certainly he's
based
academic
there,
home.
Yeah. So Morgan in 4. Let's see if he can go out fast. Can anyone live with the pace? Jack Skerry, Luke Greenbank in 5 and 6. Cam Brooker in 3.
Excellent skills, Cam Brooker as well. He's very good underwater.
Well, Morgan there in the bottom of those 2 yellow marked lanes has the edge. Cam Brooker in 3, 1 lane down. And also Kaspaudis in lane number 1, closest to us. But Morgan is going to be first to the turn, Stephen.
Yeah, a bit long into that wall, but 25.6 is good going. Maybe looking to be under the 54 second mark for sure.
Again, great work under the water. Cam Brooker also right in there. Jack Skerry not too far behind. Looks like it is going to be these 3. But Oliver Morgan has the edge here. He can see his competitors on either side. I don't think he's going to give this one up. Morgan in to the finish here. And 53.14. Well, Said he'll be under 54, well under 54.
Yeah, it's a really good swim. I know he was 53.3 at Bucks a couple of weeks ago, but you know, off the work that he's done in the last few weeks and the travel, it's a really impressive swim. And the other two boys behind him, it's good swims for them as well.
So well done. Oliver Morgan takes that title. Jack Skerry it was in second, and Cam Brooker in third position. Greenbank getting in for fourth there.
Next event is the female 200 meters butterfly.
So 200 metres butterfly now.
Great race.
Again, we almost got an embarrassment of riches in women's 200 butterfly.
Yeah, we
haven't
have really good competition, and you know, we had Laura Stevens who retired after last season, and again, despite the fact she's retired, there's still really good quality and competition in the event, and Kira's made some excellent improvements this season. So yeah, one I'm looking forward to trials actually for the women's 200 a good race. Young Emily Smith was excellent this morning as well, going 2:12. So
yeah, big improvement, wasn't it? Yeah, 2:15 entry time. She's improved that to 2:12. So
16, 17-year-old.
Junior final first though. You saw the lineup for that one. Sadie Hunter, one of the Team England squad, going in lane number 4. Alice Forrest in lane number 5 from Derwentside and Gateshead. I think Alice won this afternoon actually. She got in from this afternoon's heats. And very high position for an afternoon heat swim in the juniors. Second into that junior final. So good reaction time from Madeline Hind and Sadie Hunter. It made the reaction of Millie Trelfall in between them look a little bit
really keen to get their
sluggish.
200 fly started. It's great to see. Enthusiasm.
So 4 lengths of the pool for this one. Sadie Hunter and Alice Forrest were just on the 220 mark. Be great to see them dip under that barrier, wouldn't
there's
it?
enough of them there to just cause some upward pressure, I think.
Start from Madeline Hind in lane number 2. Huggins it is in third position. In second position, sorry, maybe moving into the lead now.
It's up there from Team England.
Yeah, a couple of swimmers there. Sadie Hunter in 4 and Jessica Huggins, 2 Team England. Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson well represented in this junior final. 3 finalists in this one.
Yeah, excellent, and that's obviously Emily Smith is also trains there, and Karen's doing an excellent job at that programme.
It's funny how some clubs maybe are really successful, you know, in certain events in 200 fly. I remember years ago, when I was still swimming, it was like Borough of Stockton always had some great butterfly swimmers, and they always just seem to be a conveyor belt one after the other.
It's sometimes that's just the way it happens as well. You get an area of expertise, and athletes learn from one another really quickly, so when you do get a swimmer who's successful at something, the other athletes tend to imitate and copy, and it's an excellent thing to have. But I think they should be quick enough here to be under 220.
Sadie Hunter goes over first there. She's going to be, if she can bring that back, she's going to be well under there. Jessica Huggins, Alice Forrest again, following up her good swim. Those 3 ahead, hopefully all 3 can dip under that mark.
Yeah, I think maybe get 2. It's got to be a 37 low back end here. Just started to put her head down there. She needs to make sure at the end of the race you keep your hips high, particularly if you start breathing every stroke. Just give it a go.
Here we go, 10 metres to go, 5 metres to go now, well inside that 220 mark. Look at that.
It's a very good last 50.
Well done, Sadie Hunter.
She had 2 of them there, and she changed pace incredibly well from that third 50 to the final 50.
Huggins also under the 220 mark. Alice Forrest just 1/100th shy of what she went this afternoon, so it's consistency.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I mean, she didn't get a lot of rest.
No.
So she didn't get time to go to bed, or I know that one of their favourites is Wagamama's, and she won't have the time to do it.
Well done, Sadie Hunter, and it was the Team England pair that came out on top there in that junior final. Another Team England swimmer in this B final now, and that is Alyssa Lowe, goes in lane number 3. Brabak And Talentire are the two in the centre lanes, fastest qualifiers from the heats. Zarina Vrabak, Mount Kelly, 2:16.75, and Seren Talentire, 2:17.83. And
Faye Rogers in this one as well.
world record holder
Yeah.
in this one, 2:17.30. Recently moved to Edinburgh.
Yes, and
Para swimmer, of course.
I remember last season it was almost every swim that Faye was breaking the world record in this event.
Yeah, it was. I think that she started off well, and then she did it again in London, didn't she,
Yeah,
at the trials? And they have, of course, that roll of honour,
Yes,
that board
the
of
big
honour
board,
in London.
Yes, I saw that last season. Yeah. So we'll see if she can get on it again in London this year. And yeah, recently moved to Edinburgh, obviously training with Matt and Danny, and got Kira there on the 200 flies, an excellent training partner.
200 fly, not a Paralympic event for Faye Rogers, but it doesn't stop her setting records in this one. 100 fly Paralympic champion, of course, from Paris, and world champion last year on the 400 free. And it's only 200 IM for Faye Rogers in the Commonwealth Games this year, so not much of a choice for the para swimmers, only selected events, but it'd be a surprise if Faye wasn't selected for that 200 IM.
Absolutely, and I'm sure she's still exceptional at it as well. It's a great event, the 200 fly, even if you are a 100 fly swimmer, it just helps you through the back part of the race really well.
Good start from Seren Talentire though. That's centre of the pool, the Morpeth swimmer. North of England, swimmers regular visitors to here in Edinburgh.
It's not far.
No, it's quite an easy drive up the road, couple of hours
A1
at the most.
She's gone out fast here, 1:30.
Talentire has got a big lead actually. It's quite often, these are experienced swimmers, but quite often in the 200 butterfly can overcook it a little bit in the early stages very
easily. You can see the last 15 metres sometimes being a bit of a struggle, particularly when the athletes are in a little bit of work, so a lot can change in this race still.
Talentire with that Morpeth swimming cap. Vrabac now beginning to make a little bit of inroads, half a second quicker there.
Very good underwater phase off that last wall from Vrabac. She's still hanging on, it's Seren.
So here comes Vrabac now. Seren Talentire just about holding on to that advantage here, but Serena Vrabac now just coming back now, and it's going to be a close finish, but I think Talentire is going to take it, only just, she's going to take it in 2:15.86. She did get the reward for that fast early pace.
Yeah, she was brave, very brave. Fortune favours the bold.
And, she hung on well at the end there. Vrabac in second, Maxine Clark in third position. Just check the time for Faye Rogers, well outside her own world record, but a world record is not an easy thing to
there's not many of them.
And if you are the world record holder,
fastest, be the best ever.
Absolutely.
It should be an exciting race this
here we go, the one as I said, embarrassment of riches here. Some great competitors are going to go in this final. Starting off with three teenagers to lead them out.
Edith Price at European Juniors and World Juniors last season. Promising youngster from Mount Kelly.
Emily Smith, a great heat swim. Can she improve on that 2:12.25? Kira Slauson looked comfortable. I said Emily Richards. And in the heats, Kiana McInnes as well, Olympian World Championship swimmer for GB. She will have more in the tank. Lucy Grieve also in that final. What can she do? And Holly Hibbett completes the lineup. Now swimming for Repton, Holly Hibbett.
She is, and I know Holly well. She's been around for a long time. It's great to see her still swimming and enjoying the sport. And not seen her on a 200 fly for a little while, but this will also be a bit of a return to an old event for her. But I think the action will probably be in the lanes 4, 5 and 6.
Lucy Greaves been there or thereabouts as well, hasn't she?
Yes.
In there, but maybe better known possibly as a
Or
sprinter.
the 100 swimmer, yeah, and obviously the other girls are around about the 2.6 to 2.08 territory. I think Lucy's best maybe 2.11, so very, very good on the skills, Lucy Grieve.
So the home swimmer, Ciara Slauson, Edinburgh University. It's been featuring in some of the media we've seen for Edinburgh University over here at these championships. So I wonder if the home swimmer can do something special here from lane number 4. It's a good reaction time. Emily Richards and Ciara Slauson absolutely locked together on that reaction time. 0.67, very fast.
Quick. You want to be pretty controlled down this first 50. You don't want to be using up too much of your energy, but you want to keep the second 50 fairly tight. So it'll be interesting to see where we're at here.
Emily Smith off to a good start, the youngster who had that great heat swim this morning, 29.44, but Slauson has a good first 50, but she's not having it all her own way, the swimmer there in that the bottom of those 2 yellow marked lanes. That is the pre-race favourite, Ciara Slauson, but it's tight.
It's very tight. I expect Ciara can be pretty strong through the back end, as can Emily. That's their stronger part of the race. So the split here, 32.
Well, Ciara McInnes, the Olympic Games representative for the GB team. Emily Richards, the world finalist in this 200 butterfly just last year, and Ciara Slauson in lane number 4. And it's maybe those top 3 now.
Lucy Grieve is still in there as well. She's doing a really, really good swim for Lucy. Emily's not far away.
Coming up to this final turn, and Ciara McInnes maybe has the edge here. Ciara Slauson is going to be in second, gone ahead of Emily Richards and Lucy Grieve right there as well. But Ciara McInnes with a great turn there.
It was a very, very good 50 from Ciara at 32.8 on that third lap.
And she's looked like she's almost got clear water between her and the rest of the field, Stephen.
Emily trying to come back, and Ciara's still hanging in there, so they're going to be the top 3. Ciara was excellent through the middle 100 of the race there. Slauson still coming pretty strong.
And they are trying to come back now, but they're not going to catch Ciara McInnes. It is going to be Ciara McInnes into the wall in 2:08.36. An excellent time there from Ciara McInnes. It is second for Ciara Slauson, 2:09.57. And Emily Richards also under the 2:10 mark, but that is a very satisfied smile there from Ciara McInnes. She wanted that one.
Yeah.
That's a good win for her.
Yeah, very, very tactically, very astute there. She worked, she was really strong on that third 50, and I think the important thing for the girls is that they're here to refine and race just refine their racecraft, practice their skills, and not read too much into what the scoreboard says. And another improvement there for Emily Smith as well from this morning.
And I think that's another meet junior record for Emily. She's taken that one from Emily Richards, who held it. So just by 3/100ths of a second, but they all count. They all count.
I think they got 400 freestyle as well later in the session, so it's a tough schedule for her. But it's good to see. But yeah, that was a great race. Looking forward to that one in London in a few weeks' time.
Might well be the same 3 or 4 at the front of the field in London.
Very possibly. I'm not sure if Emily will swim that one in London, but I know Lucy Grieve will definitely be in there.
Well, 200 freestyle. I know you're going to leave us at some point, Stephen.
Yes, yeah, and be replaced by Nathan Hilton.
Do your day job.
Yeah. So, looking forward to this tour. Always looking forward to the 200 freestyle.
I mean, the strength and depth that Great Britain have had in the 200 freestyle in recent times has been amazing, hasn't it?
Yeah, and it's made it domestically an incredibly competitive event, and one that just to make the team can be as hard as making the podium at the international meets. And we saw that back in 2021 and 2023 with 2 guys on the podium, and a few of them now coming back into it this season, and they're back on it fully. So,
of course, interesting on that 4x2 team last year at the World Champs. They took the gold medal, and it was a Scotsman, an Englishman, Irishman, and a Welshman, wasn't it?
Indeed, yeah.
A true GB representation in that team.
Yeah.
But,
very accomplished and experienced in this event, those boys as well.
So we are off for this junior final, and again promises to be another close contest. Four swimmers in the middle, all entry times are 1:53, and the ones on the outside 1:54. So it's around about a second or so between absolutely everybody in this field. Sutcliffe takes them through 25.67. Quite a bit faster than anyone else in the field.
Yes, I mean, it's a good first 50, 25.67. It's not slow at all. And you see some of the boys in the A final not be out a huge amount quicker than that.
That's Samuel Sutcliffe from Ramsbottom, 17-year-old. Next to him, Matthias Christoph from Mount Kelly.
Swam really well last season at the championships in London, Sam, and he'll be looking to get in amongst the junior representation this summer.
And he's doing a good job in the early stages here. Wonder what others have got left in the tank here as they go with this final turn. 3 swimmers, Morgan Davis, Matthias Christoph and Monty Smith giving chase, but Samuel Sutcliffe has big advantage.
Yeah, he's just getting an attack this turn. 28.7.
Yeah, he's extended the lead there that he had almost by around about 0.1, 0.2 over the chasing pack. Looks like he might have this one. It's going to take something spectacular, Stephen, for him to be caught here.
Yes, yeah, he's holding his pace and he's holding his stroke length and his rhythm well. He's tight for second place, but I can't see anybody getting over the top of Sam now.
They did come back, the gap did close, I think, but Samuel Sutcliffe 28.95 for the last 50 and 1:50, wow.
It's a good swim, yep. Moved it on from this morning. Probably would have seen him, would have seen him scrape into the B final if he'd done that in his heat. But I'm sure he'd be happy with that. I think he's 1 minute, around about his best time, that I would say.
It was entered on in the 150 range, so it's not too far away from that. Christoph it was in second, Morgan Davis in third, Monty Smith in fourth. So that chasing pack, they did close up, but Samuel Sutcliffe for that early lead managed to hold on.
One of our 4x2 Olympic champions in this one, and Kieran Bird.
Yeah, Kieran Bird, of course, in that Tokyo Olympics.
Joe Litchfield, a medalist in the 4x2 in 2022 at the World Championships as well, I believe. A good field here. Jacob
Mills in the centre lane. It made almost a surprise qualification last year, but maybe not a surprise to some. But a young swimmer
rate,
really came through.
Last season was exceptional. Very, very talented swimmer. Really nice lad as well. And I know he's keen to play his part in the Tour of Freestyle and be part of the 4x2 as well long term. As much as his 100 PB stands out, I'm not sure his 200 best time is quite where he's capable, but I know by champs he'll be looking to bring that down there. So I think it was the best time this morning for him.
Oh, was it 150.0?
150.0, yeah. Maybe. But
he was entered faster, but I'm not sure if they've converted times.
Some of the entry times were.
Yeah, some of the entry times did seem very fast actually, and some of the other events I didn't notice them too much on the 200 free, but did notice some of the other events they look very, very fast indeed. But Jacob Mills in lane number 4. Luke Hornsey back in the water again in lane 3.
Indeed, you got Gabriel Shepherd in this one, another really exciting junior. Joe Litchfield, watch out for him on the underwater skills as well.
Leon Kim going well, the Canadian in the early stages. 25.30. Jacob Mills is in second, Matthew Baker in third, Kieran Bird closest to us for that green cap.
A very, very good back 50 this morning, Jacob.
Well, the Canadians again off to a good start. Another young swimmer, Leon Kim, 18 years of age.
Yeah. Don't know a lot about their junior programme, to be honest, in Canada, but I know they are headed up by some from British coaches.
So Baker in second, Jacob Mills in third position. See what he's got left, but the Canadian looking very good, Leon Kim. And He's taken this one to this
He has
final,
indeed.
hasn't he?
It's
In
a
the
bit similar to Sam
final?
Sutcliffe in the previous final. Let's see what happens on this final 50. And
28 flat there. So he's opened up the gap by around about 0.4 of a second. But what have they got left? The swimmer's in the middle. Jacob Mills now trying to make a move
yeah,
here.
he's trying to make it. He's got very long arms as well, so you do need a little bit of a lead on him to hold him off.
Here he comes in lane 4, Jacob Mills. I think he might take this one. Leon Kim maybe is going to just be eclipsed at the very last few strokes, and it is going to be Jacob Mills
That's a very good
into the
stroke.
wall, and he is under the
Excellent
150 mark.
last 50. Yeah, I think that's the best time for Jacob, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's the best time.
Well,
Very fast on the back 50 at 27.3 there, so he's another athlete who was just spent 3 weeks training up in altitude for the first time.
that was a meet junior record as well for Leon Kim. Under the 150 mark, previous mark was 150.15. So, records going. So,
So we move to the super final.
here we are now with the 200 freestyle.
Yep.
One that we are looking forward to. Tom Dean, Olympic champion in Tokyo, now based in University of Stirling. He went out fast, didn't he, Tom Dean, this morning in the heats?
Fast this morning. I don't know if that was a tactic or if it was just a little bit of the unknown.
Oh, what a first three that was.
Yeah,
Tom Dean, Matt Richards, James Guy,
Champion, world champion,
Jack
world
McMillan.
champion.
Look at this. What a lineup here. Andreas Fazios, 32 years of age. Great swim he had in the heats.
Excellent.
Evan Jones, well, goes in 6. Max Litchfield, we saw Joe Litchfield earlier.
Yeah, Litchfield brothers.
Tyler Melbourne Smith completing the lineup here. Well,
Another athlete with excellent range, Tyler, the 200 all the way to the 1500 as well. But it's a very difficult one to call this.
it always is.
James and Jack so far this season, I think, have been the quickest in 146s, but Matt's been 147 low. Evan's been 147 already. And it can get very tactical, so we'll see.
Jack McMillan's got a good finish to his 200. Always very strong in the closing stages, I feel, Jack.
He's got his strategy is always to control the front end and come back fast. He's making really good improvements on the 400 metre event as well.
So real quality here. Tom Dean in 1. Matt Richards in 2. James Guy in 3. Jack McMillan in 4. All of them world and Olympic champions in the relay squad. Quality here in Edinburgh. Tough one to call.
Yeah, it is a tough one to call. Matt can be excellent in and around the walls as well. He's a great racer and very tactical.
Well, good start from the 3 closest to us, as we thought. Tom Dean maybe leading them out. Olympic champion from Tokyo, James Guy going well. Matt Richards just behind James Guy, I think. It's James Guy who has it. 24.79, a good start from the experienced campaigner.
24.7 is quick. James always has a lot of easy speed as well. So.
And because he had that fantastic swim in the GB trials last year, he tied with Duncan Scott, who's given this one a miss.
Yeah, he's
swim the 200 iron
medley. This is a good first 100 here. 26.70, 26 there from Jack as well. So if this one's a 26, it's hard. You got all your splits under 27 on the back 350s. It's an excellent thing to do.
Well, it looks like maybe 3 are maybe making a move here. James Guy is still going well in 3. Jack McMillan trying to come back. We know he's
still
strong
there as well, and he can be really good off the walls.
Oh, look at this. It's Jack McMillan. Look at that. Matt Richard in 2nd. James Guy in 3rd. Tom Dean now down in 4th. A lot of work to do. Jeremy Millen and Matt Richards now. They are stretching away from James Guy. It's going to be an excellent finish here. Matt Richards really trying to come back now. It's going to be Jack McMillan though, I think. But Richards is trying, giving absolutely everything. Richard and McMillan into the wall, and it is. Oh, it's Richards.
Good swims. Very good swims. 146 at this point is really good.
It was the finish, wasn't it, from Richards? He stretched there on the outstretched arm. Slightly better than McMillan, I would say, and that's probably what made the difference. 9/100ths of a second.
Yeah, that last 5-10 metres can be really, really important. Really important. But good swimming there from the boys. And
Evan Jones coming through into fourth position there in 1:48, just ahead of Tyler Melbourne Smith. Tom Dean faded to 8th place, gave everything in the early stages there. But he'll be working towards the trials. But Matt Richards, Jack McMillan, 1 and 2, separated by 9/100.
Well,
great stuff.
48. So.
And going to leave us now, Stephen. Thanks very much for joining us.
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure, and I'll pass you over to Nathan.
Yeah, it's been a quick, however long it was, quick hour.
Yeah, indeed. Enjoyed it.
But great. Come and join us again.
I will do it. I will do it.
And good to see you. And we'll get Nathan in the chair now. Move to the other end of the pool. Nathan's going to join us now as we just wait for the starting time for this one. We move on to the 50 metres freestyle. Again, junior B and A finals to come. Nathan, welcome.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm all right. Yes. You?
Yes, very good. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me.
And you're of course Aquatics GB. Your role at Aquatics GB.
Yeah, so I'm performance pathway coach, and also I lead the marathon swimming team as well. So 53, bit out of my comfort zone.
Well, it's a junior final to get us started with, and Amy Hellquist from Tabby Sim. It looks like the Swedish swimmers in 3 and 4 there might just lead the others home. Swedish visitors here. Sweden, of course, with a great record over the years in women's 50 freestyle, and the two Swedes taking that junior final there. Amy Hellquist 26.13 and Emma Alson in second, and Sadie Roberts from Kelly College in third place, 26.71. Good swim from the Swedes there. The B final now coming up, Nathan, and that's an interesting one because the two swimmers in the centre lane, Rosalie Phelan and Annabelle Compton, absolutely together in terms of time in the heats.
Yeah, Annabelle's one of our promising youngsters that's coming through at the minute. She's predominantly, I would say, probably 100, 200 swimmer, but she's quick as well, so she's a good prospect as we're moving forward. Rosalie, obviously Irish, don't know too much about her, but I'm sure it'll be a good race.
Well, certainly we're well matched in the heats, and Isabella Alcaro as well. Her sister's been doing great things as well.
Yeah, obviously Eva's out in America now. Izzy's at Birmingham Uni and doing a good job as well. One of our better junior swimmers from a couple of years ago as well.
So Caro goes in at lane number 6. The two in the middle, Rosalie Phelan and Annabelle Compton, they go in at 4 and 5. Drew McKenzie from Edinburgh University goes in lane number 3. But it does look like it might be the Irish swimmer with the edge in the early stages here. But it is very, very tight indeed. It is very close as they come into this one. Is it going to be lane number 4? I think it is, just 25.81. Well, it's just really difficult to choose a winner from that one. What's dead heat as well for second.
Yeah, tight race. Two quick girls there. Both in transitioning really through to more senior type swimming now as well.
And the super final coming up. These 50s are going to go thick and fast. Aren't they?
Absolutely, yeah.
And maybe fastest qualifier for this one was Torvine Dolphins' Theodora Taylor, and a real talent, wasn't she, to watch?
Yeah, Theodora, she's been progressing well over the last couple of years. She was on the European junior team in 2024 in Lithuania, and then again obviously last summer, and then World Juniors as well. She's a really promising prospect right now. Was good on the 100 breaststroke this morning as well.
And she's got 2 Canadians either side of her, so swimmers she won't be familiar with.
Yeah.
But she dominated the heats this morning, didn't she?
Yeah, good chunk inside to get on to 25 in season. I think it's a really good sign for her leading into British Champs in 4 weeks' time.
Well, the Welsh swimmer Theodora Taylor goes in the centre lane. 2 Canadians either side, Kelly Choi and Ranumi Ishwaraj. Another Irish swimmer in this one, Grace Davison. Just seen her teammate win that B final.
Yeah, I think she's. I think Grace, obviously a good swimmer, been on the European junior scene for a while. I think she, as far as I'm aware, is going to Stirling next year. So we'll be in Scotland studying next year, I think.
Well, watch out for that for her. Sky Carter as well had a fast entry time, low 25s, but she was in the 26 mark. Sky Carter up there in lane 7, 1 lane from the top, so watch out for her as well.
Yeah, she's a good swimmer, Sky. Been on the junior scene for a number of years now.
But Theodora Taylor up really strong. That high turnover of stroke for Theodora Taylor's taken her into the lead in lane number 4. It's Canadian Ishwara maybe in second place, but it is going to be Theodora Taylor. Look at this. She's going to take it. It's going to be closer than it was in the heats, but she does take it in 24.93. Well done, Theodora Taylor. An improvement of 5 100s. It's a junior record time again at this meet for Theodora Taylor to better the mark that she did in the heats this morning.
Yeah, it's good. Under 225s in the days. Good swimming. Like I say, it bodes well for her for 4 weeks' time when we're in London. So it's a good swim. She looked strong there.
And she just seemed to forge ahead a little bit. At very early stages, and the Canadians tried to come back at the later stages, but by the end it was 1, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, she's a good 200 IM swimmer as well. So she's going to have good endurance. She's going to be strong at the back end of the race on the 50. So she's doing a good job out to fine at the minute.
And you mentioned the 100 breaststroke a little bit earlier. You'll see her in the 100 breaststroke. I mean, what would you say was our target event? I remember from last year, like doing the 100 free.
Yeah, she was pretty close to making the senior world championship team last year. But it's difficult to say with her at the minute. She's good at a range of events, and one of the things that we'd want with those junior swimmers is not to rush them too much into a specific event too early, really. Keep the options open. The longer we can keep the options open for people like that, the better, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
But she's progressing on that 50 and 100 free for sure.
Yeah. And we'll see her in the 100 breast in just a little while. Not too much of a ratio, but a little bit of time. But we are on to the 50 metres butterfly now. We're on to the junior final. And we had a couple of good performances here. 25.21 from Ethan Soppett-Moss from Loughborough University was the fastest, and James Kilpatrick, who had a swim as a reserve earlier today. James Kilpatrick is going to be in 24.76. James Kilpatrick from Carnegie. So one of the local swimmers almost. Carnegie swimmer just across the Forth Bridge.
Good to be nipping under 25 there for the junior final as well. It's good progression from this morning. Dropped 0.6 off his best, so look good there.
Yeah, it was good. He's been on good form, James Kilpatrick. A couple of good swims earlier today. There was Ethan Soppett-Moss, 25.15 in second, and that's an improvement from his time from the heats as well this morning. But he couldn't live with that pace. 24.7, wow. So Kirkpatrick wins the junior final. You've probably come into the seat at the worst time possible because there is absolutely no time for us to chat about anything in these 50s.
Yeah.
But a couple of experienced campaigners. Gregor Swinney goes in at lane number 5. Scottish Commonwealth Games representative last time. Tom Carswell as well from Edinburgh University in lane number 7. So some experience across the pool here. In the middle, Ryan Hardy, the 18-year-old. And he only went just faster than James Kilpatrick went in that previous heat, 24/7.
Yeah, we've got somebody like Dean Fern as well in that A final. There's still as junior type swimmers that are progressing well on these events. It's good to see that we've got a range of younger swimmers that are quick now, as well as got good endurance swimmers.
A good start there from Aidan Cannon with that red cap there, but is he going to go up by Ryan Hardy in 4? It looks like it is Hardy, yeah, 24.62. Carswell came through strongly, 24.80 in second position, and it is Cannon in third. He had a good start there, Aidan Cannon, and Swinney almost got into the mix as well at the end, but Ryan Hardy had the best finish.
Yeah, it shows how good James's swim was from the heat before as well. 24.7 is, he would have been second in that big final. So some good swimming.
Well, Carnegie swimmer will take a lot of heart from that one, that's for sure. Here is the super final. Brodie Gordon Gibson is coming through. Brogan Hyde in second position in lane 2. And there's the man who set the junior record, the meet junior record, Abdul Jabbar Adama from Mount Kelly. 2 from Bath in the middle lanes, Jacob Peters and Josh Gammon, and Lewis Fraser, Swansea University in 6. Maddox Roberts will go in 7. Here's Maddox Roberts. And there is Dean Fern. Well, Abdul Jabbar Adama and Dean Fern, both junior swimmers, both 18 years of age, and as Stephen pointed out, it's 18 at the end of year, so some of these might be 17 still at the moment.
Absolutely, yeah. Both those boys have been progressing through the junior scene for a few years, and both exceptional talents, really. It should be a good race, this. You know, Peters and Gammon have been going head-to-head for a while, and both been swimming well recently, as of some of the others, like Lewis Fraser, who's good in Luxembourg out in January.
And I always think Josh Gammon is maybe the 200 man as his best event, but I don't know, is that's still the case? I remember him winning the British. He won the Olympic trials, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
200 fly, but it wasn't fast enough to get selected for those Olympics.
Yeah, he has a good range. You know, he does the 50 all the way up to the 200, and he's pretty good at all of them. So he's progressing well.
They had the silver medal in the British Championships. Peters and Gammon, they had a dead heat last year at the British Championships, so well matched on this 50 metres butterfly. They go in at 4 and 5. Adama set the meet record, the junior meet record in the qualification. He goes in lane number 3, and it is very close indeed. Lewis Fraser also there as well, Nathan. It's very, very tight indeed. Adama going well in 3, but where's the touch going to go? It's going to go to Gammon, I think, is it? Yes, 23.49. Adama nearly sneaked it in 23.54, another junior record for him here in the Edinburgh International, but Gammon takes it in 23.49. Wow.
It was a tight race, that. A little bit off their best, but that's to be expected at this point, as we're obviously heading towards trials in 4 weeks' time, so they're in a pretty good spot, I would say, right now.
And Adama was right there as well. Yeah. I remember him swimming a few years ago now, coming through the age groups. Yes. There's a very young swimmer. I mean, he's only, as we said, he's only 17, 18 years of age now.
Yeah, as you say.
That's probably about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, he's been around a number of years, you know, and progressed well. And
And he was a big lad for his age, wasn't he?
Absolutely.
And that often is quite a decisive factor in the age group swimming. But he's come through really strongly still, hasn't he?
He's quite a skillful lad as well, you know. So that's obviously when they're younger and they're a bit bigger. One of the things that we would try and focus with them on is making sure that they're developing their technique and their skills and bits like that, you know. So for somebody like that, he's doing well to transition himself through to senior level swimming, really.
Well, he earned himself another Edinburgh International meet record for a junior swimmer, and we can take a breath now slightly, because we're on to the 400 freestyle, the junior final. Saw the lineup here, and fastest in from the heats, Aviva Holinsky from Mount Kelly, going in lane number 4. Maxine Clark, another one of the Canadians who did so well. That junior team of Canada had a great heat session this morning. Actually, they came out really fast, and so I was asking Stephen about it, and he said, you know, that was one of the skills that they are working on when they go to the major competitions. You can't be sluggish in the heat session. You've got to be right up there if you want to make the finals.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's the benefit of being here and having some of the foreign teams here. That actually, if you've got to make sure that you're up and racing in the morning, because like Stephen's already said, like when you get to those major competitions, if you're not on it in the morning, you're not making it back for a second swim. And one of the sayings I've had for a number of years is no good being the fastest spectator. So it's a good skill to have. Certainly, you know, we would be trying to work on that with our junior swimmers to try and make sure that they've got that skill as they progress through into senior swimming.
Well, out to an early lead over in lane number 7, Elizabeth Land. 17 years of age, Elizabeth Land. And that entry time from the heats of 4:26. That was pretty close in terms of qualification. Only a couple of seconds separating everyone in the field. So probably no surprise to see Elizabeth Land in that early advantage. But there's an entry time for the heats of 4:20. And she swam 4:26, so she wants to make amend, I think, in this final tonight. Yeah,
it'd be good for these girls to start to push a little bit under, or getting close to being under 4:20. If they can get themselves under 2:10 here, which they just have done, that will give them a good grounding to try and move this under 4:20. You know, what we'd normally be looking for is kind of an even split or negative split type swimming on these events. If you can do that, you're going to put yourself in a pretty good spot. Looks like Phoebe Arbuckle's that's maybe a race tactic on this. She's pulling away from the field now.
Yeah, looking very good. Phoebe Arbuckle, again, local swimmer from Warrender Bath Club. One of the a great history that Warrender have had over the years. They're over 100 years old, Warrender Club. I remember them having a centenary, and that wasn't yesterday, so that's probably nearly 150 years old, maybe not, but a really a traditional club here in Edinburgh, and still hugely successful.
Yeah, and Phoebe's been progressing through the pathway for a number of years. She's done well. She swims the 8 and 1500 as well, and has been doing a good job on those recently. You know, still progressing well even at 18 years old.
And we see the bell, of course, in the 400, a new introduction.
Yeah, I saw that last week. Yeah, new introduction for the 400. Normally just the 8 and 15, but they decided to add that for the 400.
And it just came in, was it about a month ago or something like that, wasn't it, internationally?
Yeah, about that. I saw it last week. I hadn't seen it internationally so far, but I did see it last week. That was one of the things that they were going to be introducing. Popped up on the Instagram feed of SwimSwam, I think it was a week or so ago.
Well, Phoebe Arbuckle looks like she has this one sewn up. Let's see how far she can go. She's got a big lead, and she's almost the fastest in the pool. Just one swimmer slightly faster than Phoebe on that previous 50, but she has absolutely dominated this one, Phoebe Arbuckle. Let's see how far she can go. 4:16.10 was the entry time that she had coming into this event, and that was a decent time. She went 4:25 this morning. It's going to be under 4:20. Great stuff from Phoebe Arbuckle.
Yeah, like good progression from this morning. Got herself under 4:20 tonight. That'll put her in a good position for the rest of the weekend as she moves through to the 8 and 1500. So that's a good solid swim to start her campaign off this weekend.
Yeah, well done, Phoebe. She swam her own race there, which is important, and she didn't get tied into a head-to-head battle there. She knew what she wanted to do, and she achieved that.
Yeah,
good swim.
Yeah. Strong on the way back. She was out in 2:07 and back in 2:12, so progressed along well there.
It's close for second, but the contest was won by Maxine Clark. Alice Young in third, but Phoebe Arbuckle dominated that one. Big victory for her in that junior final. There's a lineup for the B final, and Phoebe Arbuckle's time faster than all of the finalists here in this B final.
Yeah, it should be a good race. There's some good girls in this B final that have been progressing well just recently. A couple of girls that are swimming for Team England that swim at City of Liverpool with Darren Ashley, and then obviously Matilda who swims at City of Leeds, and Evie who's been doing well recently from Lanark as well.
Yeah, Evie Mackey in the centre lane, the youngest in this final, along with Alice Forrest, both 17 years of age. Alice going up there in lane number 8, and Evie Mackey the bottom of the 2 yellow marked lanes in the middle. As always, for all the finals you'll see tonight and for the rest of the week, lane 1 is at the bottom of your picture, lane 8 is at the top, and those 2 yellow marked lanes are lanes 4 and 5. Lane 4 closest to us. Evie Mackey off to a good start. Might just about have the edge at the turn. Madison Wrens maybe. Yeah, Madison Wrens is 29.75. Mackey and Johnson tied in 29.82, but it's tight in those early stages.
Yeah, it looks like it's panning out to be a good race. This one, like you say, it's tight. All in a line now on the far side of the pool. It'd be interesting to see how it pans out the next 100 or so.
The 400 freestyle, it's a difficult event, isn't it? I mean, it's certainly not a sprint, but
yeah,
it's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, generally they'd have to be pretty good at the 200 as well. I used to coach Freya Colbert when I was still on poolside coaching. She's coming up in the super final, but that was one of the things that moved her when we really moved her 200 free on her 400 free dropped significantly as well. So these girls are going to have good endurance, but they're also going to have good speed as well. So it'll be interesting to see where they are at halfway, and then are they able to come back as close to that first 200 split as they can really.
Yeah, it's a tough one, definitely, and Britain haven't had too much success over the 400 in recent years, but I mean, in not too distant memory, we've had people like Jazz Carlin and
Rebecca Adlington,
Joe
Jackson,
absolutely.
It's a tough event on the world stage. This at the minute, we've got the likes of obviously Ledecky, who's a great at the sport, and we've got the likes of Summer McIntosh now. Timmins has obviously retired, but it's a tough event to break through on, because they'll be under 4 minutes, or be where we'd be looking at. So yeah.
Well, we'll see how these swimmers go on now. They're into the second half of this one, coming up to the 250 mark. Close contest. Kerry Henney has gone out pretty well, the Team England swimmer. And Team England with that squad, I think Stephen said there's about 35, 36 swimmers here for that squad of Team England.
Yeah, they brought up some of their. Well, this is a good group of junior swimmers for Team England, and Kerry's one of those. She swims out at City of Liverpool, and has been progressing well on this event and the 8 and 15 well over the last couple of years.
We'll take the bell, is it? We noticed that in the heats when everything's a little bit closer in the 400s than it would be in the other distance, so all the bells are going off at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. Evie Mackey looks like she's going along well here. She's having a really good back half to the race. Looks like a long, efficient swimmer, which is always a good sign on these types of events.
Yeah, Evie Mackey looks like she might just take this one. Kerry Henny led at the halfway point, but only just. The second half has belonged to Evie Mackey and Madison Renz as well from Team England coming through into second. So it's Team England in second and third, but Evie Mackey from Lanark looks like she might have this one sewn up here. Looking strong, Nathan.
Yeah, good leg kick on the way back here. She's had a really strong second half of the race, which is usually a good sign for these events. So what you really want to be trying to do is making sure that you're really strong through the back half of the race.
And there's a little bit of a comeback from Madison Renz, but it's not going to be good enough, and Evie Mackey gets that one. Madison Renz was slightly faster on that last 50, but 4:17.93, an improvement for Evie Mackey, an improvement for Madison Renz. And those two were faster than Phoebe Arbuckle in the junior final, but that was the only two that were faster.
Yeah, they were both good swims there. It just shows how that Phoebe had done well to progress herself under 4:20 tonight from where she was this morning.
Oh, we do have a disqualification in that one. I didn't notice what had happened there for the DQ. Don't see often DQs in the 400 freestyle, but could have been a number of things.
Yeah, maybe just twitched on the start, or maybe missed the wall on a turn. That's the usual two on that type of event.
We didn't notice it on our monitors. Apologies for that, but you could see the result, and now we are moving on to the super final. And you spoke about Freya Colbert, and she's fastest into this one.
Yeah, Freya's obviously a good 400 swimmer. She's been focusing on that a little bit more this year. Predominantly a 200, 400 swimmer. Obviously does 400 IM as well, but she's kind of focused on that 200 free and 400 free at the minute, and been progressing well recently. Always has a smile when she walks out for the crowd.
Lucy Fox had a good heat swim as well. Loughborough University swimmer Lucy Fox.
Yeah, swims in with Andy Manley, doing a good job at the minute.
Madison Krieger, we saw her setting a junior record in on the previous event, but breaking the Edinburgh International Junior record this morning was Emily Smith for 4:15.57 for her, and she's next to Emily Blocksage as well, who is really swift over the longer distance events, the 800s and the 1500s especially, but absolutely no slouch over this 400 either.
Yeah, no, she's best time of 4:12. She's 4:17 this morning in the heat, but these girls, they're coming through, the likes of Emily Blocksage and Emily Smith are doing a good job. Obviously Emily's got a tough double tonight. She's done the ton of fly already, and then back for the 400 free an hour or so later.
So Podger closest to us from Bath University. Emily Blocksage on the blocks there, ready to go, keen to get going there. Emily Blocksage, she was up very quickly. City of Salford swimmer. Next to her, Emily Smith, the two juniors side by side. Freya Colbert, fastest from the heats this morning. Former world champion in the 400 IM in 2024. Lucy Fox had a very good swim in the heats this morning, dominated her heat. She was pretty much out on her own. She had to swim it all by herself, as did Freya Colbert really, but we know that Lucy Fox is capable of going faster than she went to qualify from the heats this morning. 4:15 that time was.
Yeah, I think you'll see Freya Colbert go out a little bit quicker tonight. She'll be after this, I would think. She's trying to move this event on, so I think you'll see her out strong tonight, as you can see, and it'll be interesting to see if anybody can go with her over the next 100 metres or so.
And you said this. She's been working on the 400. Is the 400 free one that she's looking at, or she's still? I mean, she does a range of events. Another one who does a range of events, isn't it? 400 IM.
She was good on it short course before Christmas. She went 3:56 on that 400 before Christmas, and medalled at European short course. So it is a focus. I think maybe more to work around the back end of her 200. You know, so obviously working the 400 to be better on the way back on the 200. But if you look at the world's best girls on that 200, generally they swim the 400 as well. So yeah, she's picked this event back up with I think as we head towards LA with the aim of progressing the back end of that 200 as well.
And you said you coached her as well.
Yeah,
at one point.
Yeah, so I coached Freya for a number of years while we were at Nova Centurion. She came to me when she was about 13, so I coached her. She was in one of my junior squads for a couple of years, and then progressed to me when she was about 15 or 16, and won a medal at European Juniors on the 4x2 free relay, and then obviously COVID hit. But then the last year she was with me, she 4 years ago, she went won a medal at Commonwealth Games and was European champion as well on the 4x2 mixed relay, silver medal on the 4x2 women's relay as well. So she's been a very good swimmer for a good number of years now.
Yeah, and I mean, a real stalwart of the GB team. She's just become a fixture in that, hasn't she, in recent years?
Yeah, she has. Yeah, absolutely. She's she's one of the probably more senior type athletes on the women's side now, and's leading that side of the program really well.
Yeah, well, she said you're senior. I'm just looking at her age. I'm thinking, I didn't think she was at 22. She is.
Yeah,
this year.
Yeah,
there you go.
Absolutely. Yeah, 2004 born. She's just had her birthday at the weekend. Actually, she's a March birthday. So, yeah, she's It doesn't seem 5 minutes ago that she was 13.
Well, a lot of years left in her. At just 22 years of age, Freya Colbert leads them through 3:04.91, and she's stretching that lead all the time. Lucy Fox continuing having another good swim in this final. Sophie Bent is in third, and Emily Smith has just got the edge on Emily Blocksedge, the two junior swimmers there. I wonder if that junior record is going to go again. 4:15.57, so we'll keep an eye on that, but we'll keep an eye on Freya Colbert going over this final turn.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if she can get inside best times 4:06 on this event, so she's going to be pretty close. I don't think she'll quite be there, but if she can be under 4:10 at this stage, that'd be a pretty good outcome for her, I think, right now, leading into British champs.
Well, she's giving it everything in this final 50.
Yeah, she was back quick this morning. She's back in 29 this morning, so she maybe not be that quick tonight. She's a bit quicker on the front end, but she looks in a good spot here.
Well, let's have a look here. She's going to be around 4:06,
Best time that, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think she was 4:06.7, I think her best was, round about there.
That is brilliant, and that is a meet record at the Edinburgh International for Freya Colbert. Was held by one Jazz Carlin previously, but Freya Colbert has got that and a smile on her face. I think it says it all.
Yeah, she'll be happy with that. Yeah, she's a bubbly character, Freya, so it's always good to see her with a smile on her face.
Lucy Fox second. Emily Smith has broken that junior record again here at the Edinburgh International in 4:13.00 for a second time in a day that Emily Smith has done that. So an Edinburgh International senior record for Freya Colbert and a junior record as well for Emily Smith. So that was superb, wasn't it?
Yeah.
4:06.16.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, very good swim for this point in the cycle, and good to see that some of our junior swimmers are progressing towards some really good times on those events as well.
Well, 200 breaststroke for male and open swimmers. Again, come to that super final. Should be a cracking race, shouldn't it? Yeah,
it should be. Yeah, we've obviously got Philip in there and Greg, along with a couple of others. Obviously, Philip was World Junior Champion in the summer, European Junior Champion, and Greg, who's been progressing swiftly as well, swimming with Dave Hemmings at Loughborough, been progressing really well.
He just missed out on the final at the Worlds, didn't he, Greg?
Yeah, 209 I think at the Worlds. Progressed well on the 100 though as well, was 59.5 on the 100, so it's a real good drop for him last season on that event as well.
So 200 breaststroke. Junior final first though. And 2 Millfield swimmers in the centre of the pool. Wilfred Lee and Henry Guppy in at 4 and 5. They're the fastest qualifiers from the heats. Wilfred Lee actually had the couple of seconds advantage over anyone in qualification.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if these boys can sneak close to 220 on this. Always think with this 200 breaststroke, it's really important to get some good line on it. Like I'd be looking at their feet and kind of are they getting themselves lined up, or are their feet dragging underwater? So if these boys can do that, they'll find themselves being really efficient and probably be really strong in the back end of the race.
Yeah, I remember talking, not at this competition, but about the 200 breaststroke, and you know, you kind of compare the other strokes. I mean, the butterfly, the backstroke, the freestyle, quite similar. 100 to 200, not too far away, but the 200 breaststroke seems to be quite a different kind of technique from the 100 and the 50 breaststroke.
Yeah, I think so. Like if you like, obviously the 200 is like it's obviously the stroke that creates the most resistance. So key on the 200 is making sure that you're not creating the resistance, right? So it's for me, what I'd be looking for with this is I'd want almost a straight line from their hands when they finish each stroke, a straight line from their hands down to their feet. What we see with a lot of youngsters normally is their feet, certainly as the race progresses, their feet will drop into water, and obviously it's creating a lot of resistance. So for me, this whereas the 100, you would see a lot more on the stroke with somebody like PT coming into the 100 to really redefine that event, you know, over the last 10 or 15 years,
absolutely.
you know. But I do feel like the 200, it's probably, like you say, like I think the 200 could move on significantly over the next few years in this event.
And great, just looking at the timing of Wilfred Lee, his stroke is really excellent there, and coming back strongly, Henry Guppy as well, the 2 Millfield swimmers just stretching away here. Let's have a look at the clock. It's going to be close to that 220. As you said, Nathan, not far away at all. Yeah, bang on, 220.43. Well done, Wilfred. Henry Guppy, 222.90. In second, Brogan Smith coming through strongly from my old club, Glenrothes.
It's interesting as well, 2 Millfield boys there. Obviously, you've got somebody like Philip Nowacki in the programme. You often see that where you obviously have a really outstanding swimmer in a programme. And then all of a sudden various other people start popping up on the same event as well.
Absolutely, and 2 Millfield swimmers top that one. Brogan Smith will be happy with that position. 226.34, the Glenrothes swimmer getting in ahead of the other juniors in that junior final, the B final. Coming on now, University of Stirling well represented in the middle lanes. Olivier Vidren and Rory Dixon. They will go head to head, just separated by half a second in the qualification. And just missing out on the finals by very small margins.
Yeah, Rory's on our under 23 team last summer when we were in Slovenia. So he's a good swimmer. Probably main event, probably the 100, but he's a good 200 swimmer as well. I think Oliver, he's moved up to Stirling a couple of years ago. Was a decent junior swimmer out of City in Norwich, I think, Oliver. So this should be a good race.
Well, Rory Dixon with somewhere down on his entry time that he had. Again, he's just over the 220 mark. He might have been hoping to make that. I think they were all hoping to make that super final, but. Let's see if you can go a little bit faster in this B final. Rory Dixon goes in lane number 5, the top of those 2 yellow marked lanes in the centre of the pool. Next to him in the other yellow lane is Olivier Vidren and Maxwell Anderson from City of Cardiff. Off to a good start in the lane 6 on the top of those 2 yellow marked lanes. Also going well in 2 is Luke Ibbison from Loughborough University. And it's quite an experienced line-up here. All the swimmers in their 20s, apart from Jamie Steadman, who's 19 years of age in line 1.
Yeah, it's interesting, the age profile of the sport's moving more towards mid to late 20s. It's something that's happened over the last kind of probably 15, 20 years, that actually swimmers are getting older and older. And actually, certainly with these boys, you're probably not going to start seeing them emerge probably till they're 17 or 18. Our better ones kind of start to come through at that kind of age.
Yeah, it's we had the likes of Adam Peaty again. I'm not sure what age Adam Peaty is. He's late 20s now, is he?
No, I think he's a 94 born, I think.
94,
so, yeah,
right?
94,
so he's
he's into his 30s,
yeah. I saw him, he was in the pool today and warming up, and we'll see him tomorrow in the 50 and the 100 breaststroke, of course, to come this week. He's a regular visitor to Edinburgh International over the years, so it's good to see him back. And I'm sure he's been an inspiration for some of these swimmers here, who are all most of them in their early 20s. Toby Mackay, champion, 29 years of age, over there in line number 8. But it is Vidren who's taking up the running, 142.14 for him. Ibison going well, and Taylor. But it looks like Vidren might just have this one.
Yeah, he's going along well here. It's good through that last 50, 35.1. If you can match that on the way back, he's close to 217 here.
We'll see what he can do. 209, 210. The clock just ticking over. He's in under the flags now, and he's certainly going to be well under that 220 mark. Yeah, 217.12. You're good at your predictions there, Nathan. Well done.
Got to get something right.
We've got a professional in the commentary box, yeah. Vidren takes it, 217.12. Rory Dixon in second, and Leon Taylor, 219.99 for Leon Taylor. And that feels so much better than a 220.0.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I remember it when I used to swim. Actually, that 1/100th of a second had made it good or bad,
So the final on their way out. Let's see what we can get. Christopher Ryan leads them out, the Bath University swimmer. Saliakos, the SK Roy from Greece, was a meet record holder for the junior events for Cesson, the Canadian. There's Philip Novacki, one of the rising stars of British swimming. Gregory Butler will be hoping to keep Novacki at bay for another evening, that's for sure. George Smith in lane number 6. Daniel Ransom had a very good swim to make it in to the SA final, 217.77 for the lead swimmer. And Max Morgan is in there as well in the outside lane. He could be a threat as well, Max Morgan. We've seen him go well, certainly over the 100 breaststroke. He's been a top performer, Max Morgan. But we've got the 3 medalists from the British champs last year: Butler, Novacki and Smith.
Yeah, it's good. We've got 3 of our best junior boys in this final. Obviously Philip's come out after last year, but obviously been through that junior scene really well. And then Max and Daniel were both on the World Junior Team and European Junior Team last summer. So we are strong in this event at the minute.
Well, can anyone edge close to that 210 mark? Butler and Novacki have been under that 210 mark. I wonder what we're going to get here. It could be a cracking race, this one.
Yeah, I think so. Like, it'd be good if these 2 boys could progress a little bit closer towards that 210 mark tonight. Both had very good summers last summer. Like we talked about, if you look at them long and efficient down that first 50, that's going to be a key thing when you start thinking about coming back on that last 50.
Novacki might just have the edge here. Butler in close attendance though. And it's Saliakos in third. Max Morgan, don't count him out in lane number 8. He's right up there, but Novacki looked good on that first 50, but Butler right there on his shoulder.
Yeah, it'll be a good battle, this one. Good that we're starting to get some depth into the event, drive the standards forward a bit, really.
Well, it's still, I think, going to be Navaki, but there's not much in it at all. These two, it's a real head-to-head forming here for these 200 breaststrokers. Navaki, look at that, they're just separated by 0.4 of a second. They were only separated by 0.1 on that last 50 there, but Navaki got away off the wall well there on that turn.
He looked good this morning around the walls, getting around the walls, and then his transition into his swimming from his underwaters. He looked strong this morning, and he's just opening up a bit of a gap here.
Well, I wonder what Butler's got. Can he challenge Navaki? Can he pull back? There's not been much in it on those first 3 50s, but it's just a tenth or so that Navaki's got the advantage over Butler on every one.
Yeah. They're probably on for, maybe if they can hold that, the 33 on the last 2 50s, if they can replicate that, they're going to be close to be 210 or maybe just a fraction under, so they're both going along well here.
Yeah, and Butler now trying to come back now. Navaki is holding on though, but Butler beginning to just edge closer to Philip Navaki. I'm not sure if he's going to catch him though. Navaki, it's going to be into the wall, and he is going to be under 210, I think. Oh, just over in 210.15. Well, they were edging closer to that 210 mark. Navaki almost claimed it. Butler in 211.06.
Yeah, it's a good little rivalry developing that. It'll be a good race in 4 weeks' time at British Champs.
And Butler, well, he dug in well, didn't he, at the end?
Yeah, he's a good lad, Greg. He swims out of Loughborough with Dave Hemmings, like I said before. And I've known him for a number of years. He's originally from Stoke, and he used to swim with Mel Marshall at Derby, and then progressed into National Centre at Loughborough. So yeah, he's still progressing at 20. I think he's 25 now, is he, Greg? So yeah, still 26 this year, still progressing along well. So
yeah, well done. Great race that, and the vacuum just for the edge there, but Butler didn't let him go, did he?
No, absolutely not.
Didn't realise he swam for Stoke. He used to swim against people from Stoke. They were in a team called the Cossacks.
Yeah, Cossacks.
Is that them? I thought it was a great name.
Yeah,
City of Stoke.
Yeah,
whatever it was, athletics and swimming club or something.
It was. Yeah, there's a lot. There's probably about quite a few teams around there. There's Stoke and there's Newcastle, and it's from Staffordshire, and Leek Swimming Club. In my younger years, I used to be the coach at Royal Wolverhampton School, and when I first started down there, I had quite a bit to do with the clubs up around that way. So there's been some very good swimmers come out there over the years. Rachel Kelly and Heidi Earp and people like that have come out of that location. So yeah.
Well, Greg Butler the latest in that run of success, and he did well. Claimed second place behind Navaki. We're on to the female 100 breaststroke now. This is the junior final, and Gabriella Hunt was the fastest from qualification into this junior final. 1:12.63 for Gabriella, and next to her was Millie Searle in lane number 5 from the Geary team. Just less than a second separating those two in the qualification. Millie Searle, one of the youngest in this junior final, 15 years of age, and Olivia Quiller as well from RTW Monson, also 15 years of age.
Yeah, a couple of youngsters in here that, like you say, it'd be age at the end of the year, so they could still be 14 as well. It'd be an event, that 100 breaststroke, where youngsters can progress on the female side pretty quickly. We've seen it, very good youngsters in this event for a number of years.
Yeah, it looks like it might be lane 4. Gabriella Hunt might just take this one for Team England, one of that youth squad that's up here in Edinburgh. It's going to be close at the end, but I think she's just going to get it, Gabriella Hunt. And it was Honor McCarty who came through really strongly with a 37 point in that second 50, bring her through into second position, and Lily Green in third, just ahead of the youngster Olivia Quiller. The two 15-year-olds only separated by 0.1 of a second, Quiller and Searle.
Karen down at RTW Monton doing a good job. Another swimmer out there along with Emily Smith. They've got they'll have a girl coming up, I think, in a couple of minutes as well. Imogen Miles as well on the breaststroke. So
they had a good representation in the 200 fly earlier as well.
Yeah.
And 3 swimmers in the junior final that 200 fly earlier. So
programme's progressing well down there. Karen Bradbury doing a great job with a lot of the swimmers down there.
So the B final of this 100 metres breaststroke female. We are edging closer to the conclusion of this first session. It's been a quick night so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been some good swimming. Good to see some good moves on from this morning. It's been good. Like that lads 203 was a good highlight, right? Those boys, they're obviously really experienced, and it's great to have all those boys racing at the same competition at this stage of the cycle, getting them ready to swim well at trials.
Yeah, looked in good shape. Some of the swimmers today. Let's see what we get in this B final. Amy Crowley, City of Cardiff. Well, it's fast. It's just 7 100s ahead of Charlotte Hardy from Edinburgh University. In the middle, Lee Booker from Loughborough University, not too far behind as well in lane number 3. But good start from the 2 in the yellow mark lanes, and they're away with a purpose in the early stages here.
Yeah, something like Amy Crowley did. Some of these swimmers will be looking to make their respective home nation teams for the Commonwealth Games in the summer, so this will be important preparation for them and opportunity to post times that might get them selection to those home nation teams as we progress towards Commonwealth Games.
Again, the Welsh team, this is in the window of qualifying for the Welsh team. The English and Scots are a one-stop shop at the GB Championships, but the Welsh able to do it here.
Yes, they've got a qualifying window. I think that opened it for their Welsh Championships in December, that was one course. So it just gives the swimmers a couple more opportunities to do it.
Well, Amy's doing well here. Amy Crowley is coming home in front. Can she get under the 110 mark? Well under. Look at that, 108.65 for Amy Crowley. And entry time into this event was 109.34.
Yeah, I think that's the best time. I think she's probably just done the qualifying time for the Commonwealth Games there as well. So I think that was 109 for the Wales team. So I think she's just posted that time up there, so it's a good swim for her.
Oh, just look down. Yeah, big smile on the face of Amy as she's coming out of the water, so well done to her. Could be seeing her back in Scotland in the summer.
Yeah, not long to go.
Absolutely, 4 months till the Commonwealth Games. Let's see what we're going to get for this 100 breaststroke. Jasmine Carter leaves them out from Mike Kelly, Sienna Robinson, Theodora Taylor from Torvine, back in the water again, the youngster. What can she do? British record holder Angharad Evans next to Cara Hanlon. These two have had some great head-to-heads in recent years. Anna Morgan was medalist here at the Edinburgh International behind Hanlon and Evans last year. Right beyond the course for another position on the podium, Imogen Miles, another Tunbridge Wells swimmer in 7, and Trinkova, the Slovakian swimmer, in lane number 8. Interesting. Angharad Evans pre-selected for the Scottish team.
Yeah, she was good this morning as well, really strong through the second 50 this morning, coming back in 33.8. So it'll be interesting to see what tactics she takes tonight, what she's actually working on to obviously deliver a best performance at the benchmark meet.
And Theodora Taylor qualifying in 3rd position for this final, was very close to the junior record again, the Edinburgh International junior record. These are our meet records at the Edinburgh International, which stood for a number of years. Mona McSharry holds that one.
Yeah, she had a little best time for Theodore this morning on that 100 breaststroke. It'll be interesting to see if she get close to that meet record tonight.
Only a couple of tenths shy of that one. 108.04 is the junior meet record. But Angharad Evans and Cara Hanlon in that centre lane in 4 and 5. They will probably start as the favourites, and Anna Morgan off to a good start as well in lane 6.
Yeah, it's going to be a tie race this. The girls from Edinburgh obviously and Theodora. Angharad looks like she's going out a little bit quicker tonight than she did this morning. So it'll be interesting to see if she can back it up with a good second 50.
Yeah, Angharad going out well in that centre lane. Anna Morgan is second, just ahead of Cara Hanlon. Theodora Taylor in 4th place, just off the top 3 spots here, but challenging, looking like she's challenging Cara Hanlon. But Angharad Evans looking great here as she comes down towards the finish.
Yeah, Angharad looking very good. Anna Morgan going well up at the top there as well. She's progressing along well on that outside lane.
Well, Angharad Evans is stretching away from the others at the front of this field. She is the British record holder in 105.37, and look at that, 105.46 for Angharad Evans. Well, 9 100 shy of her own British record. Wow, a meet record it is. She wipes Ruta Miliotiti off the Edinburgh International 100 breaststroke record books. But Angharad Evans, 105.46. Cara Hanlon was in 2nd, Anna Morgan in 3rd, and Theodora Taylor edges closer to that meet record for the juniors, but not quite, just missing out by 8 100s.
Yeah, good swim there from Angharad, really good on the way back. Was out quicker tonight, but was only 0.3 slower on that second 50 than she was this morning. So good swim, and the other girls stepping up well there as well.
So a good finish by Cara Hanlon to get herself into 2nd place, but there was no living with the pace of Angharad Evans. That was incredible. Yeah. Nearly a PB, nearly a British record.
Yeah, it's impressive. Very, very good swim.
And of course, as we said, that pre-selection gives her kind of the opportunity, doesn't it, to just to tailor that preparation to the Commonwealth Games itself, and the other events during the summer.
Yeah, and she'll likely be testing things out to see what her and her coaches will be working towards. Right, what does excellent look like in the summer, and they'll be testing things out at this stage to see right what works, what doesn't work, and what we're going to go with in the summer.
Well, that certainly worked tonight, whatever she did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great swim.
They will have learned a lot from that tonight, I would think.
Junior final of the men's 200 metres individual medley. Final event of this session is the 200 IM for male and open swimmers. And a number of the swimmers in that centre lane, 2 Millfield swimmers. Wilfred Lee back in water again. Wilfred, we saw him swam well in that breaststroke, 200 breaststroke just a short time ago. This time he's got Frank Lamb, one of his teammates next to him in lane number 6, but Aaron Bissett is out ahead. He was fastest from the heats this morning, 207.80 the time for Aaron.
Yeah, it's interesting to see a number of these junior swimmers doing double events tonight. It's good for their progression. They might, as they start to progress towards junior teams and obviously into senior swimming, they might end up doing an individual event and then a relay event on a championship meet. They might do that in the next gen championships in the summer, so it's good preparation for them to be able to swim multiple events in a session.
Aaron Bissett off to a good start. Lee in 2nd place, just 1 100 ahead of Denisov, and Jennings only at 7 100s behind him, so pretty close indeed. But I wonder if the breaststroke, we saw a good breaststroke from Wilfred Lee, and maybe trying to come back, but he's not making much of an impression on the lead held by Aaron Bissett here.
No, it's always a key leg on the 200 IM this breaststroke. He's not making much of a dent here. It's like a double whammy when the other swimmers behind are still swimming on breaststroke and you're going away on freestyle. It can be a double whammy.
Yeah, and that was a 2-second advantage that he had. And Wilfred Lee trying to come back now. Strong freestyle. He is certainly closing on Aaron Bissett, but I'm not sure that he's going to quite get there. And he is coming back, but Aaron Bissett now is going to take this one. And he improves from the 2:07 that he swam in the heats. And 2:04.69 would have comfortably qualified him for the A final.
Yeah, that's it, like we were talking about earlier. That's the importance of swimming fast in the morning, right? If we're at a championship event where there might just be an A final, you might not get back for a second swim. So it's good that he's moved that on. We know he's made some good progress there.
Wilfred Lee, also a good swim, 2:05.94. That would have qualified him for the A final as well. He'd have just escaped in 8th place for that A final. Denisov in 3rd position. B final on its way. Wonder if they can challenge that time. Could they go faster than Aaron Bissett there? 2:04.69 for Aaron.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. There's some decent boys in this B final, so you'd hope they can progress towards that level of swimming.
So William Riley, City of Cardiff, in that centre lane. Finlay Davis, University of Stirling alongside him, separated by 0.2 of a second. And Jacob Arman only a few hundreds behind the qualification time of Finlay Davis, so not much in it at all between the swimmers in the centre lanes. Not much in it at all really across the board, because it's only 2:07.7, so only 1.7 seconds separate absolutely everyone in this field.
Yeah, it should be a tight race. Hopefully some brave swimming, somebody takes a chance, gets themselves out there. You can often see in races like this that somebody from an outside lane will win if they put themselves on the line and go for it.
Well, we're about to find out. We have a couple of swimmers doubling up. We've seen Luke Ibbison earlier. He goes in lane number 1 closest to us. Slovakian next to him is Pachico. Then the fastest swimmers from the heats, Arman, Riley and Davis and Kemp in those middle lanes. It might be Harrison Homans who maybe has the early advantage. Loughborough University, the USA swimmer, might lead them through in this early stages over there in lane number 7. Maybe not, the angle a little bit deceptive. Oh, it's close. Jacob Arman is first to the wall. Homans in 2nd place there over there in 7. He had a pretty good turn there from lane number 7, taking him into a little bit of an advantage, I think.
Yeah, he looks like he's just slightly in front. Come up towards the breaststroke leg. It'd be interesting to see who the good breaststroker in here is. There'll no doubt be somebody.
There's not too much in it. It is Harrison. He just leads them through. William Riley came through strongly on the backstroke, 31.5, bringing him back into contention there. And now let's see what the breaststrokers are like here. The middle lane's looking good, 3 and 4, especially Jacob Arman and William Riley.
It looks like Finn Kemp, he's a pretty good breaststroker as well up at the top there from Loughborough, so he looks like he's going to take the lead up in this 3rd turn, or it'll be very close, I think.
Yeah, he's right back in it. Yeah, I think you're right, Nation. He might just take that one, yeah, just. Jacob Arman in 2nd place, William Riley in 3rd. It's very close between those top 3. Who has got the freestyle strength? Looking good. William Riley really working hard, but Finn Kemp might be the man to beat here in lane 6. Maybe Riley, maybe Kemp. It's between these two as they come through now. It is going to be on the touch. They both reach for the wall, and it is William Riley who gets it. Didn't look like there was that much in it at the end, did it?
No, it's pretty tight one, that. It's just like we talked about, Aaron obviously on the final before 2:04.6, so it was a good swim in that junior final.
Oh, 2:04.5 takes it for Riley. It was all on that touch there, just ahead of Finkemp. We had a very good second half of that IM.
Yeah, strong through that breaststroke leg. It can often be the decisive leg in that 200 IM.
So the final of the first session, or the first day of action in Edinburgh for the Edinburgh International. Alexander Casey, David Annis, Edward Marcel Whittles taking them through. And here is Duncan Scott. Sat out the 200 free to take part in this 200 IM. Matthew Ward sat out the backstroke to take part in this IM. Philip Mavaki didn't sit out the 200 breaststroke. He's back in again for a 200 IM. About half an hour after swimming that 200 breast. Semenyuk and Kim, two Canadians, complete the lineup.
Yeah, it's tight turnaround for Philip. It'll be interesting to see how he goes on this. But great that some of our junior lads are coming through in the race with somebody like Duncan Scott, multiple Olympic medalist, Olympic champion on the 4x2 relay as well, you know, so it's a great opportunity for them to learn from somebody like Duncan.
And I think Scotland's most decorated Commonwealth Games athlete of all time across all sports.
Yeah, been an unbelievable servant to us over the years. I remember going to China with Duncan in 2014 as a junior swimmer, so so he's been outstanding.
First Commonwealth Games back in 2014. He's looking to do it again in Glasgow this summer. Well, he will do. He's pre-selected, isn't he? So all being well, we'll see Duncan Scott there in Glasgow at the Commonwealth Games, and let's see what he can do here. I mean, great 200 freestyle swimmer, fantastic record internationally, but his IM record internationally is almost just as good as that.
Yeah, like very versatile. Like you say, one of our most successful ever swimmers. And yeah, his IM's been outstanding on that event.
Well, Duncan leads them through 25.4. Semenyuk, the young Canadian, 18 years of age, goes into second. And Duncan Scott has the advantage. I mean, he is the class of this field. Matthew Ward, expect him to come through on the backstroke in lane number 5. Philip Nowacki in lane 6. Watch out for his breaststroke, but he's got a little bit of ground to make up. Nowacki, long way back in the early stages.
Yeah, looks like he's struggling with that tight turnaround after the 200 breaststroke, but Duncan's kind of straighting away here.
Well, Duncan Scott with, as I said, a great record in this individual medley, is the British record holder in this 200 individual medley. He's a meet record holder as well, and that stands at 157.73. Doesn't look like anyone is going to be able to challenge Duncan Scott as he stretches that lead, a big lead of 4 seconds almost. There, Alexander Casey was going well. Matthew Ward in second, but here comes Duncan Scott, the imperious Duncan Scott, into the final stages.
Yeah, it'd be good if he could sneak under 2 minutes tonight. That'd be a good outcome for him. He looks like he's going along well here. I think he could be pretty close.
And here he comes. It is going to be well under 2 minutes, Nathan. Look at that. 158.79 for Duncan Scott. Just shy of the meet record, which stands at 157.7. Matthew Ward did come through for second. And Edward Marcel Whittles is the one who came through for third position. It was a tough double for Nowacki as he comes in now.
Yeah, it's a tough night. Well, really good on the 200 breaststroke. Obviously, just too tight turnaround to get up and be able to do that 200 IM straight after.
And there is Duncan Scott completing the session for tonight 1:58.79. Fantastic swim from Duncan Scott. I mean, what can you say about the great man Duncan Scott?
Yeah, great way to finish the first night of finals. He's obviously in good shape at the minute, and hopefully we'll see some more top quality swimming from him over the next couple of days.
Well, if you want to see that, join us at 8:25 local time here in Edinburgh tomorrow morning. Many thanks, Nathan, for your company tonight.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And many thanks to Stephen as well, who left us a little bit earlier in the session. And all that's left for me to say is good night, everyone, from Edinburgh. We will see you in the morning, 8:25. Bye for now.